Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Took last week off. I was sick. You can probably hear it a little bit in my voice now. I'm still a little sick. But life happens and we continue on. So we're back today and we're back tomorrow. So a little bit of a different week this week. So we're going to be moving today. And then we have our Final Fantasy VII Cos Pilates tomorrow. Tomorrow, Monday, February 26th, 6:30 p.m. EST. I will be there in some sort of outfit. And we will be doing some Final Fantasy VII themed Pilates. So I hope you're excited about that. Why don't we get started? So, fabulous. Thank you. Mic check, mic check. So, for today's class, and this will of course apply tomorrow, but for today, for all classes, we have a couple of rules, and they're not scary rules. They're important rules to make sure that we're safe and we're feeling good when we do this. So, first one is listen to your body. Meet your body where it's at today, in this moment. Maybe you felt completely different 15 minutes ago. That's exactly how our bodies work. So what I mean by that also is that finding your edge and pushing yourself is one thing. Pain is something we never want, and pushing through pain is something we absolutely never, ever, ever want to do. So if at any point you experience pain, abort mission and either take a pause and meet us in the next exercise, or take a modification that I will provide. This is supposed to be fun. You know, we're not training for the Olympics. We're not auditioning for anything. We're just lying down on our mat on a Sunday morning, flopping around and having some fun and working out our body a little bit. So no pressure. I know for me there's going to absolutely be negative number pressure because I'm coming off of being sick. So, you know, I understand that, and I'm going to just go with how I feel right now. So that's the biggest thing, is to not push through any pain. We're gonna keep it simple today, because we have a more extravagant production tomorrow. So why don't we just get started then? Alrighty, we're gonna start lying down on our mats. And it's quite cold in my place today, and I don't know why. But that's why I look like I'm ready to go. That's why I kind of look like a blanket. That's why I kind of look like a big monochromatic quilt or something. But we'll get warm pretty quickly, especially when we get to the 100. Let's just start with finding our neutral spine here. So tailbone heavies towards the floor and reaches towards the mat. You'll feel a little bit of lift in that lower back. Take your hands on your hips for a moment and just situate where you are. Maybe you have one hip that, reaches longer than the other, or we're leaning to one side. Start to find a little more center here so that your hips are even and pointing square to the ceiling. Then from here, feel your front body heavy towards your back body. It's not just your navel to your spine. Thinking of that, the whole front abdominal drawing down, and then the ribs closing in the front, so we have this really engaged position. Your back does the opposite. It doesn't move, and it gets nice and big and wide. And that's where we have that engagement that we're going to hold the rest of the class. So, thinking about this, if we take this standing, which we will, see how your ribs and hips are stacked one on top of the other, and your spine still has a natural curve to it. This is our neutral spine. This is technically how we should be standing and moving throughout our lives all the time, which I know can be tough, but this is why we're here. We can recenter ourselves. All right. Let's test that stability. You're going to bring your arms up to the ceiling, and then from here start to reach the arms behind you. Maybe they touch the floor, maybe they don't. That's not the important part here. What's most important is that your ribs don't splay. So keep that engagement of your center. Keep those front ribs drawing towards each other, bottom tips of the ribs down towards the mat. And then slowly, like you're moving through your favorite type of peanut butter or whatever condiment you like, you're slowly pressing through all the way back to your start position. Inhale, reach the arms back behind you. Exhale, bring it back down. 2 more times. And just breathing easy here, because we have the spicy stuff soon. And bring it back. This time we reach the arms overhead and hold. We're going to take a little stretch here. Microphone's being a little picky. There we go. You're going to clasp your hands together overhead. Shrug the shoulders towards your ears and take a long yawning stretch. You're going to do it because my mic is having an attitude today. So I'll reach one arm over and pretend. If you want, you can shrug your shoulders, shift a little side to side, and then find center. Release your arms, find that neutral spine position. Take an inhale. On your next exhale, your arms come to float by your hips, and you curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. So now we're in our Pilates curl position. Keep the tailbone long, and really crease at that breastbone. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Lower just the head, neck, and shoulders. Keep your arms long by your sides. Take an inhale. Exhale, we curl back up into that position. Keep the collarbones wide. It's easy to kind of round through the shoulders here. But we want to crease at the breastbone and use our abs to lift up, not rounding the shoulders. And then lower down. One more time. On your next exhale, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up and hold. Reach your arms up to the ceiling and bring them back to float by your sides. Curl through your arms as you lift your arms behind you and press down. 2 more and press. Last time and press. Lower all the way down. Rock yourself side to side. Let me just check my wiring. Quick technical difficulty. I'll be back in a second. All right, we're back. I thought that I had my computer plugged in. Turns out my cable management is a little wild. And I thought it was plugged in. Turns out it wasn't. Let's take that drill one more time with the arms reaching behind us in our curl. So, take an inhale. Exhale, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up and hold. Now, as the arms reach back behind you, try to curl a little higher through them. Just the tips of the shoulder blades should be on the mat. And then keep that height as you press the arms down. Inhale, reach the arms back. Think of an ice cream scooper coming through your center. And press down. 2 more times. Keeping the collarbones wide, shoulders away from the ears. Last time. And exhale, lower down. Rock your head side to side. If your neck is feeling stiff, or you feel like you're holding yourself up with your neck, lower your head, neck, and shoulders down and continue the exercise out of the curl. Doesn't necessarily make the exercise easier. and then over time, you'll slowly build that strength. All right, let's move our legs a little bit. So you're gonna bend your knees into your chest here, and we're gonna try to keep that neutral spine position here. It's easy to try to reach the thighs towards the chest and smush the lower back into the mat. We wanna keep that tailbone reaching long. So you can kind of see how my tailbone heavies down. It's a little different than if I'm really hugging the knees towards my chest. So from here, heels together, toes apart, in our Pilates stance, all you're gonna do is lengthen your legs towards the ceiling. Maybe they straighten, maybe they don't. Fun pant action here. Woo. And then bend, bring it back in. Lengthen up and hold. And bend, bring it back in. 2 more times. Last time, lift it up and hold. From here, flex your feet, roll through and point your feet. Flex your feet, roll through and point your feet. 2 more times. Try to get each part of your foot to go bone by bone. So the toes are the last things that point. 2 more times. Last time. From here, keep your legs up to the ceiling. Bring your arms up to the ceiling. Take an inhale. Exhale, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up and hold in your 100 position. Here we go. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Getting a lot of openness in the back of the legs today. Keep the pumps active. It's easy to kind of let this go and kind of have like wilting arms. This is your warm up. Move the body to get warm. And exhale. Maybe the legs lower a little bit for these last 3. Just 2 more. And exhale. Last time. And exhale. Freeze your arms, hold your shape for 3, 2, 1. Bend it in, lower, down. Wow. All right. We're done with that. Let's take a little movement here. 1 hand on top of each knee. And just circle away. And then reverse your circle. All right, roll up time. Same thing. If you can't straighten your legs, that's totally fine. That comes. Flexibility comes. So this is not about how straight you can get your legs. It's about how much control you can find in the whole exercise. So if your legs are bent when you're doing it, no big deal. Bring your arms up to the ceiling. Take an inhale. Exhale, just find your curl here and hold. Feel that reach towards your toes and start to feel a little lift off from the tips of the shoulder blades. And then lower back down. Now we're gonna roll through. Take an inhale. Exhale, you come through your curl, reach for your toes, and come all the way up to seated. If you have to grab onto your legs to help you up, that's okay. From here, we dive forward, and we don't just let it go. You're rounding over a wheel. Feel really lifted here. Your ribs are sliding up your back. You have a C-curve shape to your spine that you take backwards. Feeling that waist draw back, upper body just slides backwards. Nice wide collarbones. Get that lower back down first. Middle back, then upper back. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll up. reach forward. Find that reach through the fingertips, but keep the shoulders away from the ears. You get a big engaged lengthening through the upper body, and then take it all the way back. 2 more times. It's kind of wild that the roll-up is the second exercise in the beginner system classically, because this is not an easy exercise. And you could argue that the 100 and this exercise, the roll-up, are kind of the crux fundamental exercises to Pilates. It's pretty wild. All right, let's bend that right knee into our chest. Take a couple rocks side to side. It's single leg circle time. So from here, lengthen your leg up to the ceiling and bend it back in. And lengthen and bend it in. This time, lengthen it up to the ceiling and hold. Walk your hands up your leg, maybe to behind your thigh, behind your calf, maybe your ankle. Either way, I don't want you to do what I'm doing right now. I need to walk my hands down. Keep your shoulders down on the mat, leg as straight as you can, and just give yourself a little pull here. From here, let's flex the foot, roll through and point the foot. Flex and point. 2 more times. Last time, release your arms down by your side. We find a little external rotation here with the leg. You take the leg across your body without moving your hips. Bring it around down and lift it up to the ceiling. Take it across, around and lift up. Just 1 more time. Now reverse your circle. Take it out, around, cross up towards your shoulder, out, around, not just to the side, but up towards that shoulder. Last time. Bend that knee into your chest. Take the bent leg across the body. Quick supine twist. One of my favorite exercises, one of my favorite stretches. Oh, I love twisting so much. Come back through center. Let's switch sides. So left leg hugs into your chest. Lengthen it to the ceiling and bend it back in. And lengthen and bend. This time lengthen up and hold. Walk your hand up your leg wherever it goes. Today it's not as high as I would like, but I'm meeting my body where it's at today. You're going to flex that foot, roll through and point your foot. Flex your foot, roll through and point your foot. 2 more times. This is my tighter side in general. Last time. All right, bring your hands down by your side, slight external rotation. We take the leg across, around and lift up. Inhale across, around, exhale, lift up. Last time, and up. Now we reverse. A little bit of speed here today. Make sure you're drawing an actual circle. Sometimes we don't. Bend your knee into your chest, take the leg across your body, supine twist on the other side. And really breathe into your twists. The breath stretches you. It may sound corny, but it's true. All right, we come back through center, hug your knees into your chest. It's time for our series of 5. Keeping it pretty straightforward today. 2 more breaths here on the ground, and then we'll get moving. On your next exhale, find your curl. Bring your right hand to your right ankle, left hand to your knee, right knee. Very specific, I know, but that's the exercise. Take the leg out long. Lower is more challenging. From here, nice slow and controlled switch. And slow and controlled switch. So thinking less about speed, going the opposite of our circle, and really control those transitions. Draw the waist down for 3 and 2. Last time. Both legs come in. you lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. We move into double leg stretch. Same principle applies. The straighter the legs, the longer they are, and the lower they go, the more challenging. So always start at 90 degrees or a little bit forward of 90 degrees if you're not sure. You'll know right away once you start to lose that neutral spine position, if you feel like you have to arch the back more or tuck more or adjust anything in that position to do the exercise, that means something has to change. Legs are going too low, legs need to be bent. It's always a good gauge. We definitely don't want to feel this in our lower back, ever. So if you do, definitely adjust the location of the legs. All right, you got a nice break there, but now we got to move. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up and hold for double leg stretch. From here, kind of like our warm-up, but we add the legs. Arms lengthen behind us, legs coming forward in front of us. Circle the arms around, bring yourself back in. Inhale, stretch out long, hold the shape for a moment. Exhale, circle around. A little bit slower, 2 more times. Take your time. Last time. I know we don't want to because it's hard. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Rock yourself side to side. Stay down. I'm finally getting warm. That's nice. I've got an Uzumaki shirt on. Junji Ito. Have any fans in the chat? It's funny because I don't like scary things. I'm a pretty big wimp. But I love art, and Junji Ito's iconic, and I mean, just a game changer for just what a incredible, like, the drawings are just, oh man, so great. So I didn't watch the anime because I'm too much of a wimp, but if anyone has, let me know. Let's move into scissors. So we've done a lot of stretching of the legs today, so I'm gonna encourage you to go a little bigger with your scissors today. Let's curl our head, neck, and shoulders up. Legs will scissor to about a, standard pizza slice, we can call that. Grabbing behind your thigh, calf, or ankle. You're gonna pulse that leg towards you twice. Slow scissor switch. Pulse, pulse. Slow scissor switch. So we're focusing on the transition. It's nice and controlled. We're in control. Control. Great Janet song. I'm talking to distract you from the exercise. Last time. Bend your knees in and lower down. We have lower lift and crisscross, and then we're done with our ab series. Woohoo! Stack your hands one on top of the other. Bring it behind the nape of your neck. So we do a stack of the hands because it's easy when you interlace the fingers to kind of just rely on that to keep you up. And of course, Pilates doesn't want to give us any help, so they have to make it harder for us. So that's kind of the non-scientific way of why we have this type of stack with the hands. Either way, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up and hold. Legs can be a tabletop to start or straight up to the ceiling. I'll demo both. We're gonna hinge at the hip, so long thigh bones to lower to 45 degrees and lift back up. Just 3 more times. Lower, take your time on the lift up. Lengthen to lower. Keep that reach like you're scooping into the air as you lift up. Last time. Scoop, lift up. Bend in, you're done with that one. Keep your hands behind your head. Same thing with crisscross, a little slower today to focus on those transitions. The key transition in crisscross is to stay high up in that curl the entire time. So it's a little different of a focus. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up and hold. Twist your left armpit towards your right knee and take the left leg long. Now stay up high as you transition. Don't drop in your curl as you twist and reach to the other side. And stay high, twist. and stay high twist for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Last time. Lower down. You're done. Holy moly. All right, from here, rock yourself up to seated or take a roll up. Do a little spine stretch series here. You're going to start with your legs long, slightly wider than the width of your mat. Sitting up nice and tall. Bring your arms parallel to the mat. You're going to take an inhale here, grow nice and tall. Exhale, find that round over your imaginary wheel. So that same feeling of lifting up and over. So we're not just sinking, we're lifting up and over. And then take it all the way back up, bone by bone. 2 more times. Slide and dive. Try to keep those arms parallel to the mat and take it all the way up to tall. Last time. And stack it all the way up to tall. Bring your arms out to a T. We go right into our twist. And center. You're an Uzumaki spiral. Grow taller as you twist. And twist. And center. Let's add our saw arms. Twist. Saw off your pinky toe with your pinky finger. Come up in your twist. And center. And twist. Reach. Come up. And center. Little bit of rhythm here. It's the newest dance craze sweeping the nation. I kind of miss signature dances and like songs about a dance move. Lower down and shake it out. Like, what a fun time to be alive when we were all, you know, learning like pre-TikTok, not to age myself. Hello. Welcome to class. All right. So now that we've done our twisting, let's do our extension. Yeah, oh my gosh. Just like, I'm like pre-TikTok, so I feel so old all the time, but yeah, just like, what a different time. It was so fun to listen to the radio and learn all the dances, and I don't know. It was so different. I'm on TikTok now, just recently. I'm still figuring it out. Still figuring out what I want to really do on there. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Not quite sure how to use it just yet, so I'm experimenting. Let's do some swan. So, hands underneath your armpits. Hug your elbows towards your sides. We're not chickens, we're swans. So from here, forehead comes to the mat. You're going to lift your abs up off the mat and come to a hover. Now check in with that lower back. I want you to draw your pelvis down towards the floor and feel a reach forward with your sternum, like someone's pulling you forward. As you reach forward, how does that create space to lift up a little higher? From here, slowly lower down with control. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift up and hold. And lower down. Now we add the arms. As you lift up into your swan, go as high as you can without the help of your arms. And then find a little press into the arms to lift up a little higher. Think long diagonal spine, not a U shape with the body. So that's reach forward is still important here. Higher up in the swan. And then lower down nice and controlled. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift up. Keep reaching long and slowly lower down. Last time we lift up. From here, let's go for a little neck roll. Look to the right. Circle down and around to the left. And center. and to the left. Circle down and around to the right and center. Lower down. Press yourself back, find a child's pose. You can keep your legs wide, you can zip them together. I like to add a little tricep stretch into mine by bending at the elbows and letting my chest hang through. You got options. Let's return forward and do single leg kicks, which is part hamstring curl, part extension exercise. So legs are zipped together. Take both fists, give yourself a fist bump, and showcase the front of your knuckles to the front of your mat. You'll get a little bit of a wrist stretch here. Now from here, press your forearms into the mat, push your mat away. You want to find a long diagonal spine in this position. Now from here, we take our right leg, flexed heel, kick, kick towards our booty, and lower down switch. Kick, kick, and lower. Kick, kick, and lower. Kick, kick, and lower. Two distinct kicks that draw closer each time, so there's no ricochet. That's where the hamstring curl comes in. The extension comes in from holding this long line in the upper body. Let's go 4 and 3, 2 and 1. From here, bring your hands forward so that all 10 fingers are down on the mat, and we're in more of a traditional Sphinx position. Tuck your toes under, lift up into a forearm plank. We won't hold this very long, but press the mat away with your forearms and draw your front body towards your back body. We'll just hold here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees come down, press yourself back. One more child's pose. All right, I've been feeling the desire to do a longer leg series in class, and today I think we're gonna do it. We love side kicks. There are so many variations to side kicks that you truly can't count them. And then once you've done them without props, you can add straps and magic circles. The fractal that is side kicks goes on forever. We're gonna keep it classic. We're gonna add in a couple of ones that I don't think I've done on the feet on the stream before. Get some inner thigh work in, play with the little transitions, and just have a fun little time swinging our leg around. Nice and controlled though. We swing our leg around with control. We're gonna start lying down at the back edge of our mat. You can rest your head in your hands, or you can lie down on your bicep like a pillow. Whatever works for you. I'm gonna prop my head up. Top arm will come in front of your chest, or if you really want to go for it, you lose that stability point completely. Tongue twister. Both legs are going to come to the front corner of your mat. Now both hips are stacked one on top of the other. So if you're someone standing above you, they should only see one hip. If someone's looking at you square to the front, they're stacked one on top of the other. They are stacked in 3D. Because our bodies are 3D. Fun fact. Did you know that we're 3D beings? So thinking about it not just from one plane. Got to think about every part in every dimension. From here, we're going to take that top leg and lift it up. You're going to kick it twice to the front. Point, reach it back behind you. Try not to shift in your hips. Kick, kick. The leg might not go as far back because you're stacking the hips. That's okay. Make sure you're squeezing that glute here. 2 more times. Point, reach. Last time. These pants are surprisingly heavy, so I'm kind of doing weight training here. From here, you're going to bring the leg to a hover, lower it down with the point, flex, lift it up to hip height. Point, reach, lower it down, flex, lift it up. Point, reach, lower it down, scoop into that air, and lift up. One more time, and lift it up. Now from here with the flexed foot, draw circles with your heel. We're going to go for about a ping pong ball size. For 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse your circle. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we do inner thighs. You're going to take this leg, bend it in towards your chest, and rest it down in front of you. This is option 1. Option 2 is that you plant that foot down on the mat and you hold on to your ankle here. The final option is that you just plant the foot here and not hold on to it. It's kind of a weird position, but we're going to target the inner thigh here more specifically in this next mini series. So whichever leg position works for you. I'm going to play with a couple of different things, and that's what you should do in class. You should play with things. If you feel like, okay, I've done one way before, let me try a few reps on one. Don't be afraid to experiment. From here, nothing changes in the body, just that inner thigh lifts to the ceiling. How high can that leg go? And lengthen it lower down. And lift it up. And lower it down. And lift. And lower. The inner thigh leads, not the foot. And lower. Now lift the leg up to the ceiling. We go a little pulse, 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 pulse for 4, 3, 2, 1, lower down. Little surprise. I was a lot more shaky on that than I thought. That one's great. I love that one. Now from here, lift the leg up to the ceiling. We draw circles. Accent on the up on these circles. Up and up and up. Try to get a circle, not an oval. For 3, I know, 2, and 1. Now we got to reverse it. And back, and back, and back, and back. For 4, woo, 3, 2, and 1, lower down. That was a doozy. Woo! Bring that top leg back to meet. From here, let's find a long line at the back edge of the mat. All good, no worries. All right, let's do a little lower or a little lift here with both legs. We're going to take those legs up and down and up and down. Now it's a little harder because we're balancing in a longer line at the back of the mat. And lift and lower. I'm trying it. I'm trying something. Oh my gosh. Let's do 2 more. Last time. Woo! Lower down. You got to experiment, right? All right. Let's mix this up. We're going to go for the, since I said we're flopping on the mat, we're going for floppy fish. So let's all meet with our arm long and rest your forehead, not your forehead, side of your head on your bicep. Feels nice right now. It's not going to feel nice now. So here we go. We're going to lift the upper body up and lower it down. So just what we did with the legs. Lift and lower and lift and lower. 2 more times. Last time. Now we go full floppy fish. Arms and legs lift up and lower and lift and lower. It looks so silly, but that's why I love it. Last time. Oh my gosh, we're done. Bend your knees. Come up to sit. No worries. I slept in a little today too. I haven't been feeling well. If I feel a little, if I seem a little off on this stream, it might be because I'm still getting better, but happy to be moving. Makes me feel better to move. Let's take a little mermaid stretch before we go to the other side. I'm not going to cue too much here. If you want to do this with your legs crossed, just take what feels good. It's so easy to get caught up in all the little details, and that's what I find very exciting about Pilates, especially as an instructor. But sometimes it's just nice to move and not have any cues from your instructor. I think that was my bell. 1 second. This has been a wild stream. You never know when the doorbell's gonna ring. That was the second time. Keep you on your toes, or you just get a nice water break. All right, let's transition to the other side. So we're gonna lie down on our left side body. I'm gonna fix my ponytail. Got a little crazy there. Lining up that upper body at the back edge of your mat. Swing those legs forward. Take a big breath. Make sure to let it out. How? All right. Thank you, doorbell, for keeping me on my toes. You're gonna lift that top leg up 4 times. We'll kick it twice to the front and point, reach it back behind you. Have you ever been in how many times have you've been in a situation where either you're getting ready to leave, or I don't know, you're in the bathroom and the doorbell rings and you have to answer it, but you are in no state to answer the door. The comedy of it all. Lower down and lift up. Up. I have to go one more time. What a comedy. 3 times. We're hitting a new record. Oh my gosh. Let's just do a little check back in here. That is the exhilaration of going live, I guess. I've never had the doorbell ring this many times. It was a coffee delivery though, so looking forward to my cup of coffee after class. All right, let's start from our little lifts here. We already did our kicks. You're gonna lift your leg up with the point and then flex, lower it down. That's where we left off. Point and lift and flex, lower it down. 2 more times and lower it down. Last time and lower it down. This time we lift up 8 circles. My favorite is when I'm getting ready for conventions, when I dress up in cosplay. And reverse your circle. Because I answered the door to get coffee, or if we have a delivery, and I am in a wig cap with half my makeup done, looking wild. And I love the looks on everyone's faces when I open the door and they see me in that state. And lower down. From here, let's bend that knee in and find that inner thigh setup connection here. And then we lift that lower leg up and lower it down. I remember we had, someone had to come in and fix a pipe in my apartment while we were getting ready for Comic-Con, and I was dressed up as Hatsune Miku, and I'm putting on this big teal wig, and I have this crazy makeup on, and this guy is just in my place, just like fixing a wall, working on a pipe, and circle. It was very funny. I don't think he cared, or at least he didn't look like he cared. But maybe I cared a little bit. Just like Hatsune Miku in sweatpants, being like, yeah, the bathroom's this way. It was a wild day. Lower down for a moment, and we forgot to do pulses. Lift up, 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 up. 4 more, 3 more, just 2 more, just 1 more. Lower down. Bring that top leg to meet, and we'll find the back edge of the mat. Oh yeah, it was so funny. There's something about that, like, that point in your costume when you're getting into cosplay where you look like a complete mess. It all comes together at the end, but there's this moment where, like, you're like 50% done with everything and you just look insane. Like, you don't have your wit, like, it's just, it doesn't look like it's gonna come together. Yeah, they never do. Yeah, maybe. I kind of wish they asked me about it. I would have loved to talk about it. But yeah, there's always that, like, point when I'm getting into costume and I'm like, is this gonna come together? Because I look insane right now. It always does, but that was kind of the state I was in that morning when I opened the door. It was, Comic-Con weekend is so fun. Highly recommend if you can ever go and cosplay to a convention. It's just so fun. Let's lift these legs up and down for our floppy fish. We're gonna do this 3 more times. I've thought about doing a Pilates class in the Hatsune Miku wig, but that just might be too much hair. But maybe I'll give it a try. Let's lift this upper body up 4 times. She just came out with a VR boxing game. So I'm kind of curious to try that. Maybe we do some boxing. Now 4 times we lift up and lower down. Floppy fish. Kind of how I feel today. This is exactly how I feel today. Floppy fish. And bend your knee in, and we're done. Take yourself up and over, whatever side bend feels good. Couple of times. You get the choices today. It's been a weird stream back, but that's okay. Get ready for tomorrow. Cos Pilates. Tomorrow's gonna be fun. Floppy fish. I'm gonna change the name of this on the when it goes up as a VOD for to floppy fish. Thank you for letting me know. Thanks, friend. All right. We're going to do something a little different today to end. We're going to do our front support. We're going to add a little kind of yoga inspo to the end here. I'm going to demo it kneeling because you can't see me, or you can't see a lot of me when I stand. Oh, actually, I'll be able to do it standing. I set up the camera correctly this time. So that'll work perfectly. So we're going to do a little flowy moment here to end. And of course, we will have to throw in a few push-ups because we want to end classically in our front support. There's no head, but that's okay. So we're going to end standing. We're going to find the back edge of our mat. You're going to come heels together, toes apart in your Pilates stance at 11 and 1 on the clock. And that neutral spine that we were working towards and working with this whole class, you're going to find it here. So we don't want to slouch. We don't want to just kind of sink into whatever. Want you to find center. Want you to imagine that the mat is behind you. That's what we're going for here. So long and tall, front body's engaged, back body's nice and wide, collarbones are nice and open. There's an engagement in your center, and you should feel this nice lift and space between your hips and the bottom tips of the ribs. It's easy to kind of let the abs go and just sink into this and shorten that. Feel like you're getting infinitely longer at the waist. From here, take an inhale, bring your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, slow forward fold. Think of this like you're standing roll up. Lift your abs up even as you're diving forward. Maybe your hands touch the floor, maybe they don't. It's not about that. Drop your head. Lift your core towards your spine. And now from here, we're going to walk the hands out. You're going to find a plank, whatever plank works for you. We're not going to hold this plank very long. We're just going to be here for 3, 2, 1 more. You're going to lower your knees down. From here, just straighten the legs behind you. Roll the shoulders open. Find a little swan upward dog position. Maybe look over your shoulder, get a little side bend here. And now from here, we're going to tuck the toes under. You're going to lift back up into your plank. From here, 3 push-ups. 3, 2, and 1. From here, we pike our hips up to the ceiling, down dog. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. We're back in that forward fold. Really drop the head. Now we slowly and more controlling come back the way we came. I'm making up words today. Floppy fish. Bring your arms up to the ceiling. Take an inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Walk your hands out to that plank position. We'll be here for 3, 2, and 1. Knees lower. You find your upward dog position. If you want, you can separate the legs. Sometimes I like to tuck the toes under. Find a little look side to side. And keep your feet where they are. You can tuck them under, lift up into your plank. Either hold or take 3 more push-ups. From here, you pike your hips up to the ceiling. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Slowly roll all the way up to tall. One more time. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Walk your hands out. This time, if you want to add push-ups here, go right ahead. We'll be here for 3. Oh, thank you, barista. 2, and 1. Final lower down of the legs. Look side to side. And now we're going to mix it up here. Tuck your toes under. Lift yourself up into a plank. Find your down dog. Couple of spinal waves to finish. Lift your heels up. Roll through your spine like a wave. Through your plank down into your up dog position. Now head first. Dive your head through. Press back up, down dog. 2 more times. Lift the heels, roll through. Open the chest. And back up. Kind of a floppy fish last time. Oh man. Floppy fish. Now from here, walk your hands back to meet your feet. I'm going to take a kneeling position so you can better see me for this last part. Oh my gosh, do I need to make floppy fish merch? Now I want a shirt that's like a fish on a Pilates mat that says floppy fish after this stream. All right. That's good. All right. Not sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts. Let's take our final little movement here to finish. So we're standing up nice and tall at the back edge of our mat. You're going to bring your arms up to the ceiling. Let's end where we started. Interlace your hands, punch your knuckles to the ceiling. I'll let you shrug your shoulders towards your ears. Now from here, tip over to the right, side bend. Pull your left arm long with that right hand. Get a little extra stretcheroo. And then come back through center, switch to the other side. Woo, almost fell. Pull the arm. Come back through center. Bring your arms out to the T. Take an open arm twist to the right. And center. Open arm twist to the left. And center. Take your hands, stack them behind your head. Open your heart to the ceiling. Just let your head drop into your hands. And then forward. Just let gravity take your elbows towards your face. Don't press too hard, just let physics do its thing. One more time, heart open to the ceiling. Bring yourself back to your start position. Roll your shoulders back, and we're done. Good to see you. Alrighty. So, that's class today. Flopped around like fish. We were a sleepy fish, then we were a floppy fish, then we were a fish answering the door 3 times. So this was a wild stream. So thanks for hanging in there. They all don't go like this, but it's kind of fun when random things happen. So thanks for bearing with me and this wild stream. Get ready for tomorrow. So tomorrow we have Cos Pilates Final Fantasy VII. We're going to do a hour-long class that's inspired by all the characters in Final Fantasy. I think I'm going to break out my Tifa costume again. Since I got sick, I wasn't able to cobble together a new costume. But, I mean, Tifa's my favorite anyway, other than, well, Cloud's my boyfriend, and Tifa's my girlfriend, so we're going to represent her. She's the best. I'm a Cloud Tifa person, shipper. Sorry, everyone. I know that's a little sensitive topic, but that's my ship. Sorry, not sorry. So we'll be rocking Tifa and doing lots of reps of 7, ha ha ha, and maybe have some fun. I'm thinking of either incorporating some trivia or some like audience participation. So that should be interesting. All Final Fantasy VII themed, and bring a pair of light weights. I have 3-pound weights. I would recommend lower than 3 if you have them, because we're going to break those out and do some Pilates arms. So it should be really fun. I'm looking forward to it. I love Final Fantasy. You're going to see a lot of that on this channel in Cos Pilates. So please put any recommendations in for anything else. Final Fantasy is my favorite thing, and I just can't help but do every single Cos Pilates class inspired by that. But we're going to do 7, and then next month, yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see, and we'll go from there. So yeah, hopefully I see you tomorrow. Thank you again for joining me for this wacky floppy fish stream. And if you would like, you can follow me at MoveWSarah. I am on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Like I said, I'm pretty new to TikTok, so let me know if you have anything you want to see specifically on that platform. I'm still trying to figure it out a little bit what I want to do on there, if anything different or new. So yeah, let me know what you think. I would love if you could follow me. We can have some fun dressing up in costumes and being floppy fish on the floor. So thanks again for being here, and hopefully I see you tomorrow. If not, I'll see you next Sunday. Thanks everyone. Bye.